Today I'm going to show you how to make eggs in 4 ways. So let's get right into it with poached eggs. For your poached eggs, we need to fill a large saucepan with water and bring that to the boil. And then we'll add in a splash of white vinegar. That can be white wine vinegar, cider vinegar, or a white distilled vinegar. This is going to help firm up the egg and allow it to hold its shape. Now, if you're using really fresh eggs, sometimes you don't need that vinegar and you will result in a slightly better poached egg. But honestly, with this little splash of vinegar, it just makes it a little bit more foolproof and easy to achieve perfect poached eggs. Next, you need to crack your eggs into a ramekin. The reason for this is you can make sure that there's no shell there, and it makes it easier to tip the eggs into the water at that time. Once the water comes to a boil, turn that down to a gentle simmer, and then we're going to gently tip the eggs into the water. Now, I personally don't like to stir the water to create a vortex. You don't really need to do that. Just simply place the eggs into the water, and if the pan is deep enough, the gravity of the egg along with the bubbles from the water will help just lift it off the bottom and keep its shape, and you should end up with a nice round poached egg. As soon as the egg's in the water, set your timer for 3 minutes. When that 3-minute timer goes, take the egg straight from the water and drain onto a little bit of kitchen towel to absorb any of the excess water, and then your eggs are ready to serve. Serve them on toast or with ham and toast, anything you want. The 3 minutes will achieve a beautifully runny yolk. Okay, next we're going to make the fried eggs. Place a frying pan over a medium heat and add in a splash of oil. Then follow that up with a little bit of butter, roughly around 10 grams. Next we're going to crack the eggs into the frying pan and gently cook. And I say gently cook it over a low heat. We don't want that crispy bottom, we just want the egg whites to cook nicely and firm up. Of course, if you don't like a runny yolk, you can flip the egg over at this point and then just carry on cooking it all the way through. But the key is to keep it over a medium-low heat and allow it to cook slowly. If you cook it too fast, you'll end up with rubbery eggs and a crispy bottom, and it's not very pleasant to eat. Now for your scrambled eggs, I would take 3 eggs and crack them into a bowl. Whisk them until they form bubbles on top. That way you know the eggs are broken down enough and ready to cook with. Place a small saucepan over a low heat and add in a few cubes of diced butter. Next, add your eggs in and then start slowly stirring until you see the eggs start to scramble. Now, everyone likes the scrambled eggs different, so it's up to you how long you want to keep cooking them for, but I'm going to show you how I think they should be cooked. Keep stirring the eggs until you can see the curds start to form. And then when it's almost all the way through, take it off the heat. And at that point, we're going to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. Now at this point, the salt will just firm up the eggs a little bit more, and then it'll be ready to serve on a little bit of toast, or however you want to eat them. Now we're going to cook the boiled eggs. Now this is one where people really struggle to get the timings right. Now to make it very simple, if you want a runny yolk, cook it for 6 minutes. If you want a hard-boiled egg, cook it for 10 minutes. And if you want anything in between, start messing around with those timings between 6 minutes and 10 minutes until you achieve the egg that you like. So I'm going to fill a pan with water and bring that to the boil. As soon as it's boiling, I'm going to gently place the eggs in to the water. And then we're going to set a timer, 6 minutes for a runny yolk and 10 minutes for hard boiled. If you want to store these in the fridge, you can take them straight from the water when the timer goes and place them into cold water to stop the cooking, and then keep them in the fridge. And that's just a great way to store them for breakfast in the morning, or whenever you want to eat them. So that's how to cook eggs in 4 different ways. Let me know in the comments which way you like to cook your eggs. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.